Everyone thinks Google's new AI is smarter, but the data shows it's actually ignoring what you're searching for, and it's breaking SEO as we know it. Hey everyone, I'm Mohammed, founder of MDigitalDev. Today we're diving into one of the biggest tech failures of 2024, Google's AI overviews. We're breaking down exactly why Google's AI search feature is actively disregarding user intent, what's actually happening behind the scenes, and most importantly, what this means for your business and your SEO strategy going forward. By the end of this video, you'll understand the real problem and how to adapt. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Google rolled out AI overviews in May 2024, and it was supposed to be revolutionary. The idea was simple. Instead of scrolling through 10 blue links, AI would summarize the best answers directly at the top of search results. Sounds great, right? Except there's one massive problem. According to The Verge's investigation, Google's AI overviews are actively disregarding user search intent. We're talking about cases where someone searches for a specific query, like best pizza in New York, and Google's AI returns information about completely different topics or outdated information. Here's the real kicker. In early testing phases, AI overviews were generating responses that ignored 23% of user-specific search queries. That's not a glitch. That's a systemic failure. Users are frustrated because the AI isn't answering what they actually asked for. And for businesses, this is catastrophic for visibility. So why is this happening? It all comes down to how Google built this feature. Google rushed to integrate its Gemini AI model into search to compete with ChatGPT. But here's what they didn't account for. Training Gemini on general internet data doesn't teach it to respect specific user intent. Think about it like this. If I ask you what's the capital of France, you answer Paris. But if I ask, why is the capital of France important to my business in 2024? That's a fundamentally different question that requires understanding context and intent. Gemini was trained to give general answers, not to parse what users actually want. According to Google's own internal testing data from July 2024, AI overviews failed to accurately interpret user intent in nearly 18% of queries in their beta phase. That's millions of searches per day returning incorrect or irrelevant summaries. Google knew about this issue, and they launched it anyway. They prioritized speed over accuracy to stay competitive. Now let's talk about the actual impact. For websites and businesses, this is a disaster. When Google's AI overviews answer a question directly without clicking through to websites, traffic plummets. We're already seeing reports of 64% traffic drops for websites that used to rank in the top positions for informational queries. Here's a concrete example. E-commerce sites that depend on organic traffic for product discovery are getting completely bypassed. Someone searching best wireless headphones under $100 now gets an AI summary instead of clicking through to review sites or retailers. The AI overview takes the traffic. The business loses revenue. At MDigitalDev, we help businesses prepare for these kinds of algorithmic shifts. What we're telling our clients is this. If your entire traffic strategy is built on organic search rankings, you're one Google update away from a revenue crisis. You need to diversify into AI-powered channels, paid search, SEO optimization for featured snippets, and direct engagement strategies. You might be wondering, why hasn't Google fixed this yet? The answer is complicated and slightly cynical. First, Google makes money from ads. Whether someone clicks through to a website or reads an AI summary, Google is still serving ads. In fact, AI overviews actually give Google more real estate to display ads, sometimes 3 to 4 ad placements before the actual overview. So financially, Google isn't losing anything. Second, fixing this properly would require retraining Gemini from scratch with intent-specific data, which could take months or even years. That's not something Google can do quickly without falling even further behind OpenAI and other competitors. Third, and this is important, Google has a PR problem they're trying to minimize. They've quietly rolled back AI overviews in certain regions and for certain query types, but they haven't admitted publicly that the feature was broken. They're making incremental fixes while keeping the feature live. Smart PR, bad user experience. So what do you actually do about this? If you're running a business that depends on organic search, you need to adapt right now. First, optimize for featured snippets more aggressively. If your content can be summarized in 40 to 60 words and answer a specific question directly, you have a better chance of being pulled into AI overviews. This is counterintuitive. You want to be the source AI uses. Second, stop relying solely on organic search for traffic. Diversify into paid search, content marketing for direct traffic, and email capture strategies. The days of 10% of our traffic comes from Google organic being acceptable are over. Third, focus on conversion rates, not just rankings. If you're getting 30% less traffic from AI overviews, you need to convert that 30% into customers through other channels. And fourth, build your own AI systems. At MDigitalDev, we help businesses build proprietary AI chatbots and search systems that don't depend on Google's algorithm. You control the data, you control the narrative, and you control the traffic. Let's zoom out for a second. Google's AI overviews failure isn't just about broken search results. It's a preview of what happens when companies prioritize competition and speed over user experience and accuracy. We're entering an era where AI is becoming the default interface for information. Google, OpenAI, Microsoft, Amazon, they're all racing to own that interface. And right now, that race is creating products that are fundamentally broken. The irony? Users will adapt. They already are. Search volume for ChatGPT and Perplexity went up 156% in Q3 2024 as people moved away from Google for complex queries. Google's broken AI overviews are actually pushing people toward their competitors. For your business, this means the window is open right now to build direct relationships with your audience before AI becomes the primary search interface. Email lists, community platforms, direct traffic, these become critical assets. Okay, so here's what I want from you right now. Part A. Comment below, what's your biggest frustration with Google search right now? Are you seeing traffic drops? Are you pivoting to other platforms? Let me know in the comments. Part B. Subscribe so you don't miss our breakdown of how to automate your business to survive algorithm changes like this one. We're breaking down specific strategies every week. Part C. If you want to future-proof your business with AI automation strategies that don't depend on Google, visit MDigitalDev.com. I'll show you exactly how to build systems that drive traffic and revenue regardless of what Google does next. Next week, we're breaking down the top 5 AI tools that are replacing Google search. These are the platforms your competitors are already using. Hit subscribe and notifications so you don't miss it. Catch you in the next one.